Alright, so this is a quick video showing how to wire up a full grip throttle and then a new light switch to your Rambler 16. This should work on some of the other Razors as well, but because you're going to have your new throttle only has 3 and you're going to have to figure out how to get the light switch on there, it does take a little bit of figuring out the wiring. So real quick, this is the old harness, so this is going to go to the original half spin throttle with the light switch. Sorry, let me get this set up here. So if you look, we have our multimeter set to beep for continuity, and if you look, we have black, red, white. That's your throttle side. So that's the side that is the throttle side of the hookup's gonna go to, and I'll show you the wiring on the other side when I get to that. And then you have green, yellow, brown. So that's the auxiliary side. So we're gonna set it like this, and we're gonna refer to the side with the tab as top and the side without the tab as bottom. So if you look, right now, there is no continuity between these 2 pins and no continuity between the other two pins on the bottom. When you hit the switch, so it's on now, you're going to get continuity between the bottom right and the middle pins. So bottom right and middle, if we're referring to this tab, one of the tabs is the top. So that's on, and then we're going to switch it off, and you have no continuity. So that's how you're going to be able to tell, and just double check for yourself. Just so you know, or you can see, I popped this open, and you can see that the yellow and brown do in fact go to this switch. It's an on-off switch, and the green one is going to go to these LEDs on the front, which we're no longer going to use. So you don't need this pin anymore. So that's, if we're looking at it right here, bottom right and middle are your on-off switch. You need those 2 connections. So now we're going to refer over to the other wire harness, the one that I've made. This is going to have the Surron throttle on it, and it's also going to have the on-off switch. So previously it all came in on this, this wire bus. Now we're only going to have 3, and then we're going to have 2 from the other switch, from the new switch. So we're going to keep that orientation as top, and you can see that your throttle is in the top 3 pins. And for this Surron throttle, to this Razor controller, this is going to be your pinout. So it's going to plug in like that, and you're going to have ground in the middle, blue on the left, brown on the right, and that will make your throttle work on, I can say for sure, on the Rambler. It will probably work on the other things. The Razor stuff's keeps the same pinouts. So then we come over to this side, and we can see that we're going to be using those same 2 pins that we just tested out on the other one. So let me set this up real quick. All right, get that multimeter back onto continuity beep, and we're going to test this real quick. It's always good to test. You always want to test. So right now, there's continuity between those 2 pins. I'm going to hit the switch on the bars to off and check, and now there's no continuity on those pins. So now this is wired up exactly how the other one was wired up. You'll want to test for yourself if you have a multimeter, but doing the same test on the stock one, but it should be exactly the same. I'm going to put this back together and whatnot. You can see that brown and yellow going to the switch. And if we check on this end, it was in fact the brown and yellow on this side. And we're going to put that switch right there. So now you can, at this point, you'll have a full Surron throttle and this guy. I got to re-add my voltmeter and get everything wired back up and set up. I just want to make sure everything fit. But that's how you wire up the Surron throttle and a new light switch on the old Rambler 16.